Welcome everyone. Settle down, find your seats. Oh, such a nice crowd. Yeah, you too. You can sit down too. No, Shul, you stand. You stay standing. Everybody, welcome to the 2025 Annual SBH Awards. I'm your host, Marshall Mizrahi, if you don't already know. That's the big round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's not at all like the stand-up comedy club at all. It's totally different. Okay, I wanted to try to tell a story tonight different than other nights. I want to try to tell a story of why we're here tonight, why your family's here tonight, and what makes tonight special. SBH is always special, but what makes tonight more special than just every other day at SBH? So the story that I was sharing with my counterpart, Dina, recently was a story that I loved hearing. And it's not about SBH, it's about JFK. So the story that I heard was that during the great space race in the 1960s, everyone was trying to get to the moon first. Was it going to be China or Russia or America? Everyone was hustling. And JFK was very concerned. America's got to win the space race. So he went to NASA. He wanted to show his support for NASA. He wanted to show them that he cared about this important thing in our American lives. And he went over and he thanked all the engineers and all the scientists and all the rocket scientists, all the brilliant people. But he wanted to make sure that he thanked everyone. So he saw a guy cleaning the windows and he said, "I'm JFK, what do you do?" He says, "Oh, I'm the window cleaner." And JFK said, "Thank you for your service." And then he saw a guy in the kitchen stirring a pot. I don't know if I even need this, no. He saw a guy in the kitchen stirring a pot and he said, "What do you do here?" And he said, "I'm the chef." And JFK said, "Thank you for your service." And then he saw a guy mopping the floors. And JFK went over to the guy mopping the floors and he said, "What do you do here?"
1, 2, 3, let's go. 1, 2, 3, let's go.
Well, I don't know what that is, but it's awesome. We're going to be doing a Zumba. The Zumba breakout is supposed to be in 6 minutes from now, right? You're going to wait for the Zumba breakout. It was just too early. I didn't get to my punchline. You need that? I don't know.
You need that.
No, there's no dancing. There's no microphones. I don't need anything, but somebody else might want it.
Okay,
You can test it. I gotta know where the music came from, though. That was the greatest thing ever. Okay, I'll circle back one sentence. JFK saw the guy mopping the floors, and he asked the guy mopping the floors, "What do you do?" And that guy responded, "I'm putting a man on the moon." And in that moment, that man made JFK realize that it takes everyone in that building, every ounce of what everyone's doing in that building, to get a man on the moon. At SBH, some people volunteer a moment, an hour, a day, a month, a year, and even a lifetime. But in those moments, they're putting a man on the moon. And putting a man on the moon means something different to everybody else. For some people, it's visiting someone who's been alone in their house for a few days too many. For somebody else, it's someone struggling with a severe illness. For somebody else, it's struggling to make ends meet. But someone visiting them, or someone calling them, or someone spending time with them is us putting them on the moon. So tonight, we're going to highlight the people that were stirring the pot, that were mopping the floors, that were the rocket scientists, that were the people giving money towards them. They were all together, everyone in this building and that volunteer for this organization, putting those people on the moon. So tonight, you and your families are part of something greater than just the moments you were involved in. You're involved in putting a family on the moon smiling. So tonight's about that. It's about smiling, and I look forward to smiling with all of you. To get the night kicked off is our honorable president, David Bader.
Okay. Marshall, that was great. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Tonight's about you, our incredible SBH volunteers. The people we are recognizing tonight are nothing short of amazing, and this honor is more than well deserved. You are the heart of this organization and truly the best of our community. SBH started over 50 years ago with a few passionate volunteers who just wanted to help. No office, no staff, no fanfare, just people who cared. That spirit is still alive today. In fact, it is still the foundation of everything that we do. Volunteerism is not just part of SBH, it is SBH. Over the years, we have grown not just in size, but in impact. Our mission has always been to meet the needs of our community, and even more, to anticipate them. That is where you come in. You are part of something bigger than any one moment or task. You are part of a chain that is helping people today and building a stronger future for generations to come. Being an SBH volunteer means a lot of things. It can mean guiding a couple through a fertility journey, helping someone get back on their feet with a new job, delivering a meal to a struggling family, visiting someone who is lonely, or just making a small gesture that reminds someone that they are not alone. These are not small things. They are everything. And what is amazing is that impact does not stop with the person you are helping. When you help one person, you help their entire family. Homes are calmer, relationships are stronger, kids do better in school, and parents focus better at work. It simply changes everything. I have seen so many of you drop what you are doing at a moment's notice. Your meetings, your errands, even time with your family, because someone needed you. No questions asked, just action, heart, and care. That is not something you learn, that is who you all are. Many of you knew my dad and how much SBH meant to him. He used to say that being an SBH volunteer is one of the most valuable things a person can do, because it fills your life with meaning. And he was right. Those of you who are already volunteering, you feel it. You know what I mean. And for anyone thinking about getting involved, don't overthink it. Just do something, anything. Drive someone to an appointment. Help a student with their homework. Drop off a meal. Or just smile at someone who needs it. It does not matter what it is. It just matters that you do it. To all our volunteers, I thank you. You do not just help people, you change lives. You lift families, and you make our community what it is today. Strong, kind, and united. May Hashem continue to bless you for all the work that you do and the heart that you give. We are so lucky to have you. Thank you. I now have the honor of giving the first award of the evening. I have a letter written by Bridget Beta, who is our co-chair of medical and programming. The award I'm giving is the Margaret Mishaan Award. So I'm going to read this letter. This is from Bridget. Good evening, everyone. In my glasses first. It is a true privilege to present the Margaret Mishaan Award tonight to someone who embodies the very spirit of Hesed in everything that she does. Our dear Simmy. Simmy is SBH. Her world is always about giving. She wears many hats as a captain, leader of the medical division, and a constant source of comfort and care to everyone that she meets. But to so many of us, she's simply known as, quote, the mother. And that title couldn't be more fitting. From our starting point together in search, Simmy has changed the way we all think, adding positivity all around her. Simmy co-chaired search with me for 5 years. She spearheaded the project to train our search captains, to help them advocate on behalf of our clients, to obtain the necessary services for our children. Under her leadership and guidance, at Search, we launched numerous educational programming that benefit thousands in our community. Whether she's leading a case, guiding a team, or just quietly checking in on someone, Simmy does it all with a unique mix of humility, strength, and endless positivity. She's not loud about it. She doesn't look for recognition. She just steps in, figures out what needs to be done, and makes people feel like they're never alone. On our Israel mission, Simmy's commitment truly shined. She was always the first to volunteer, staying up late, waking up early, and making sure every young adult felt safe and supported. I'll never forget the morning she was looking forward to going to the kotel with her husband. When someone wasn't feeling well, she didn't think twice. She stayed behind to care for them. Later, she even accompanied another participant to the hospital. That's just who she is, present, dependable, and calm in any situation. I watched her walk alongside a client going through a tough time, messaging her every morning for weeks, offering support, encouragement, and a reason to keep going. Eventually, Simmy helped her land a job, even advocating to make sure she got it. The client is still employed today, thanks in no small part, to Simmy's dedication. What makes Simmy so special is not just how she does it. What makes Simmy so special is not just how much she does, but how she does it. With patience, with positivity, and with an open heart. Her energy is calming, her words empowering, and her presence is something we all feel lucky to have. Simmy, thank you for being our guide, our support, and our friend. On behalf of all of us at SBH, we are so proud to honor you tonight, and even feel more proud to have you in our lives. I'd just like to add one thing. A few summers ago, we had met, myself, Jason, my son, who was 13 at the time, and Simmy at Lakewood B'Kor Kolim for a meeting. We met with the rabbi. We spent a couple hours together. And Simmy was so impressed that Jason was there that a couple hours later, Simmy dropped off like 6 tubs of ice cream for Jason, just out of nowhere, just to thank you for coming, which I thought was really very, very sweet. So thank you, and Simmy, please come up with your family. So let me just read the award. It's the Margaret Mishaan Award, Commitment to Community Award, presented to Simmy Balasiano. With heartfelt appreciation for your long-time commitment and exemplary devotion to the SBH mission, your generous nature and tireless efforts have impacted thousands of clients across many divisions. As the IMA of SBH, pretty cool, the love you put into each client and each task is above and beyond the call of duty. Your belief in a positive attitude toward life spills over into your next level of care. You taught us all how to better ourselves and how to give abundantly. May you continue to be the source of pride to your family and to our SBH family for many years to come. Amen.
Where are the grandchildren?
No, doesn't matter.
Ready? 1, 2. Good, one more.
Thank you.
Very good.
So nice.
Nailed it.
Thank you. Congratulations. I am the lucky one who is the honor of introducing Rabbi David Haber tonight. For me, this is a daunting and honestly intimidating part of the evening. But above all, it is my honor. How can I, in just a few short words, do justice to the wide-ranging impact that Rabbi David Haber has had on our community? I'll admit, I'm not qualified to fully describe all that the rabbi has accomplished. But what I do know, and what I have witnessed myself, is the deep connection that he shares with his kahal. You see, every Friday night, I have the privilege of praying in his shul. And every Shabbat, I see it. Young men approaching the rabbi after prayers, smiling, greeting him warmly. And I see the way he responds, with that same warmth, that same loving smile, but often a heartfelt embrace, and with a twinkle in his eye. You can tell that they feel close to him, and you can tell, without a doubt, that the rabbi truly cares. Of course, I have always heard of Rabbi David Haber, and I know his wonderful family, but I didn't really know him, at least not until a few years ago, when him and I had a meeting at the SBH office, and then we both had it scheduled for half hour, 45 minutes or so, and it lasted for more than 2 hours. We spoke about the community at large, its needs, its challenges, what young men and women are going through. We spoke about our families. We spoke about how SBH could expand its reach and deepen its impact. But more than that, I felt something rare, a real partnership, a sincere friendship, and that conversation became the first of many more that we had. When I got home, Shel asked me, how'd the meeting go? I told her, although this was our first real conversation, it felt like I had just met an old friend. Rabbi, I value all that you do for this community, and I value our friendship. I look forward to continuing to work together side by side with you as we strive to serve and strengthen this incredible community. It is my honor to introduce Rabbi David Haber. Thank you.
Thank you, David. To say that is a far too gracious introduction would not be an exaggeration. I'm just hoping that Mrs. Balasiano heard that, and now I get 6 tubs of ice cream too. Let me just say this before we say just a few words, because the stars of the show are in the crowd here, and not the person speaking here. But let me just say that, the President of the United States continues to tease the idea of another term. David, I don't know the bylaws of SBH, but suffice it to say that myself and others are rooting for another term. You have, in many ways, you have taken something that was already the crown jewel of the community, and you transformed it and brought it into the 21st century in a magical way. Your predecessors were incredible. I didn't know them as well as I know you. But I do know the work that you do on a daily basis. And I can tell you without fear of contradiction, I don't know if there's anybody else I've ever met who cares this much about the little things, about the big things, about the important things, about the seemingly insignificant things. David, it's a zehut. That's the real word. It's a zehut to call you a very, very dear friend. And if I could ask the crowd, this is about volunteers tonight, if I could ask the crowd just to give a round of applause for the volunteer-in-chief. I think that's amazing. He can't even hit me, his hand's already broken. So, I grew up in a house of Hesed. And by way of answering the following question of why we're here tonight, I'd like to draw on my childhood, if I may. When I was a child, both my father, alav shalom, and my mother, Shebadel Chaim, were both very, very heavily involved in Chesed. There were always people coming and going. They were always involved in overt and covert levels of Chesed. And the truth is as children, we didn't fully know what they were involved in, but we understood ultimately that it wasn't for profit. Everything that they were doing was ultimately about Chesed. But there was something unique about the house. And And anybody who lived in Deal at the time will remember. We had a regular normal house, one Wenning Court on the corner of Wenning Court and Deal Road, regular home, nothing major, regular, beautiful, comfortable home. But there was something unique. If you would drive up the driveway and you would open up the garage, you would see the most bizarrely holy sight you've ever seen in your life. There would be, in a double garage, thousands upon thousands of black garbage bags piled up all the way to a 20-foot ceiling. There were no lawnmowers in our garage. There were no toolboxes in our garage. There were no bikes. There were no balls. There were garbage bags till the eyes can see. But what's unique about it is this, is there was an episode that would occur once a month that is etched into the psyche of every single Haber child. You could ask my brother Joey all the way down to my sister Rivka. Every single one will tell you they remember the same episode occurring once a month. Every month, a truck would pull up. Yellow rental truck, a white rental truck, generally speaking a 16 or 18-foot truck, would pull up and back its way into the garage, coming neck to neck with the garage. And they would open the bay of the garage, and they would open the door to the truck. And out of the cab of the truck would come not a guy with tattoos, heavy set, drinking a Mountain Dew. Out of the cab would come a short, slender, white-bearded, tzitzit hanging, black pants wearing, white shirt wearing rabbi. He would come out and his son would come out. And they would spend the next 2 hours loading up this truck as much as they could pack into the truck. So there you'd see a 60-year-old rabbi loading up garbage bags, schlepping one after the other, after the other, after the other. Here's what's remarkable about the story. The name of this rabbi was named Rabbi Gavriel Finkel Zatzal. This rabbi, I would come to know, was one of the biggest poskim in the world. So I have a question for you tonight, and that is this. Why in the world would a 60-year-old rabbi drive from Lakewood in a truck to take hundreds of pounds of clothing that were donated in garbage bags and throw them into a truck? Where's Tony? Where's Jose? Where's whoever? Pay somebody $20 an hour and get the job done. But no, he felt the need to leave his office, leave his flock, leave his kahal, leave his people, and come to Deal to schlep bags. The answer to this question is the answer to why you're here tonight. There's a Gemara, Masechet Berachot. The Gemara says 4 words that have literally shaped this entire building and everything that has emanated from it. This is the Gemara. The Gemara says, Tzorchei Amcha Yisrael Merubim. That means that the needs of Am Yisrael are a lot. What does this Gemara mean? I'll explain to you what it means. A few years ago, I was basically forced to go to Disney World. I'm not the type, I don't like the turkey leg, I don't like the rides, I'm not a mood. But I had to go, you gotta do what you gotta do. I have in-laws too, so I had to go to Disney World. I go to Disney World, and I'm not exactly the It's a Small World type of guy, and I'm not really a roller coaster guy. So I sat down on the side, and I just observed. And I observed something very unique. If you look throughout Disney World, there's no garbage anywhere. There's no garbage on the floor, there's no cups, there's no peanuts, there's no popsicle sticks, there's no wrappers. You go to MSG, it looks like a nuclear bomb hit it after a game. You go to Disney World, all their pathways, all their streets are all clean. I said, there must be a story here. And I'm looking for stories, So I walked over to a guy, and one of the employees there, and I said, can I ask you a question? How do you figure that this place is clean? He said, I'll explain to you. Disney World keeps Disney World clean by keeping Disney World clean. I said, I don't understand what that means. He says, let me explain. He says, everybody as a part of that contract, they're known from the CEO down to the person on the janitorial team knows that every single member of the team is a part of the maintenance staff. That means if you see a guy in a suit or the ticket collector or the person operating the rides, Every one of us has a responsibility to make sure that Disney World stays pristine. The same thing applies to our nation. The Gemara says that the needs of Am Yisrael are mirubin, are plenty. The only way that Am Yisrael stays the way it is if everybody contributes and everybody takes part. That means that a 60-year-old rabbi, down to a young boy or a young girl in Magen David or Flatbush or one of the other community schools or what have you volunteering, at the end of the day we're all a part of the maintenance staff. No matter who we are, no matter what we do, that's what we're meant to do. It's part of our obligation. If you ask me the reason that you're all here tonight, is because you get it. That's the reason. Because you get that Sorchei Amcha Yisrael Merubin, that there's a lot to do. And in order to accomplish it, God needs all of us to get the job done. That's why you have people here who are what we call volunteers. The word volunteers, for me, it doesn't fully tell the story. This afternoon, I was talking to David, and we were talking about the night, and I just was trying to understand the crowd. And he explained to me what people do in different sectors of SBH. And he said, there's this people, they do this, this one does that. And I said, I'm basically in a room full of angels. I'd like to correct the record tonight. I'm not in a room full of angels. Our rabbis say that there's a huge difference between the people sitting here and angels. And that is that an angel, a malach, is dispatched by God to do a job here on this world. And then they're summoned back to the heavens. But there's a huge difference between them and you. Here's the difference. The difference is that an angel doesn't have a choice. An angel is given a mission, it's given a task, and its job is to complete it. It can't say no. It can't say I don't have the time. It doesn't have a choice. But the people here in this room who are being awarded or being recognized have a choice. Their choice is they can go to lunch or they can answer a pressing phone call for somebody in need. They can play mahjong or whatever, or they can take a call or take a conference call or come to a meeting for a client. They can go out to dinner, or they can cancel dinner sometimes, even on an important occasion, because somebody that they know, or somebody that they don't know, needs them and needs their help. All for nothing, for no pay, and for no recognition. Because you get it. You made a choice. You're not an angel, you're more than an angel. I went to school outside the community, exclusively. I never went to a community school. And when I went to these schools, very often, when the people in these schools would hear the words, the greatest community in the world, they would bristle. I'd love it. They wouldn't like it so much. So they would say to me, Haber, why do you think, why does your community think they're the greatest community in the world? Don't you think it's a little bit flexing? You know, we have rabbis too, we have schools too, we have yeshivot too, we have organizations too. And I would tell them, let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard of SBH? And they'd say, no, what's SBH? And I'd explain to them as well as I knew, and Nathan, I didn't cover all the divisions, I got like 40%, but I'd get some of the divisions, and I'd say, this is an organization in our community. And they'd say, that's one organization? I would say, yes, that's one organization. The core of our community is SBH. And the core of SBH is its volunteers. And let me close with the following, if I may. There's something interesting about the greatest leader of the Jewish people in our history, and that is Moshe Rabbeinu. The Pasuk says when Moshe Rabbeinu was ready to go and help Am Yisrael leave Egypt, the verse says specifically, Vayigdal Moshe vayetze el echad. That Moshe Rabbeinu grew up, and then he went out to his brethren. The question is, of course he grew up. Just say he went out to go help his brethren. And our rabbi said, no. Vayigdal. What made him great, not what raised him up, not how he grew. What made him great is Vayetze. He went out to help his brothers. What makes SBH as a whole great is that it's a proactive organization that is looking, that is yearning, that is seeking to help people. I've sat with David, I've sat with Nathan, I've sat with some of the members of the board. Frankly, I think you guys are nuts. You'll sit there and you'll talk to them, and they want to talk ad nauseum for hours about people that you never heard of, they never heard of, and to them it's like their brother or it's like their sister. It's the most incredible and amazing thing I've ever seen. A few months ago, they asked me to a meeting. I said, Rabbi, you deal with young people in the community. We'd like you to come to a meeting. What's the meeting? We want to see if we could perhaps, maybe, help young couples that are struggling with their shalom bayit in the community. Around the conference table is all sorts of people, ladies, men, professionals, volunteers, and the discussion is how can we help? 99.9% of the people that they're thinking about helping, they never even met. This is not an angel. These are people that are far beyond that. The reason we're here tonight, Rabotai, is because you get it. And not because you're an angel, because you're better than that. Because you weren't sent on a mission, you chose this mission. And it is my hope and my prayer, as somebody who's involved in the community, that you keep it up. May God give you the ability to go from strength to strength. And Bezat Hashem, this award will only pale in comparison to the one you received in the Olam HaEmet. Thank you very, very much.
That was beautiful, Rabbi. Thank you. Is it on? Yes. Good evening. Thank you. I feel privileged to be in this room with all these beautiful people, and I am here to call up Michelle Levy, SBH Vice President, to present the Award of Community Partnership.
Hi, good evening. It is my honor tonight to present this next award to our partner who's made many of SBH's core initiatives possible. I can say with a high degree of certainty that almost everyone in this room has heard of UJA. But possibly not as obvious is the extent of how they have helped SBH fulfill its 50-year-old mission of caring for people in need. In 7 short years, UJA has funded SBH with 10 different grants totaling close to $3 million. But what does that really look like in terms of programs that help our fellow community members? Well, here's just a glimpse of what we've been able to do with UJA's support. Our initial grant provided funding for our volunteer division, which enabled us to identify and train volunteers more efficiently. And as we know, volunteers are the motor behind SBH. Then there were grants specifically targeted to help clients gain stability through entitlements, after-school programming, and camp scholarships. One of the most important ways that UJA helped clients maintain stability was through the support they provided during COVID, a time when everything felt uncertain. We were awarded another grant to assist women through holistically using our services provided in our career division. In our fertility division, we received funding to provide help with support groups, referrals, and educational events. 3 years ago, SBH acknowledged the urgent need to focus on youth mental health and sexual abuse. With the help of UJA, through our Courage to Heal program, we now provide training and awareness for administrators, teachers, parents, and most importantly, the students. The latest grant is truly game-changing for our food pantry. 2 weeks ago, representatives from UJA were here for the ribbon-cutting ceremony, which signaled the official opening of the SBH Digital Food Pantry. Clients can now shop online with dignity and ease from the comfort of their home, as simple as if they were ordering from Fresh Direct. From men to women to children, to elderly and across all religious spectrums in our community, there isn't a family member or an age group that hasn't been impacted by these funding efforts. UJA has been right beside us, assisting our most vulnerable clients during their most vulnerable times. I'd like to personally welcome Alexandra Roth-Kahn from UJA. Alex, please come up. I first met Alex at UJA's initial site visit here in 2017. At that first meeting, of course, the Disney Marathon was brought up. And Alex mentioned that UJA also had a running team with spots in the New York City Marathon. Well, folks at UJA at SBH said that, oh, Michelle is a runner and she would love to run for Team UJA in the marathon. So I literally took one for the team and I laced up my sneakers to run 26.2 miles that November for Team UJA. Well, Alex, I guess we may be even because although I didn't get you to the Disney Marathon, half marathon, yet, you had our back in significantly more important ways all these years. We truly thank you and UJA for being our devoted partners and friends. In recognition, it's the Community Partner Award presented to Alexandra Roth-Kahn. In recognition of the extraordinary partnership between UJA Federation of New York and SBH, with deep appreciation for your leadership and for accepting this honor on behalf of UJA, whose unwavering support continues to strengthen and uplift our community.
One, two. Good, one more.
Congratulations to our winners. I know what you're probably wondering. How tall is Marshall and what does he like to do on weekends? That's for another topic, not for tonight. But you're probably wondering, when is my family winning their award, right? If I was sitting in the crowd, I'd probably wondering, oh my God, I finally got all your attention, right? Soon, the answer is soon. I don't know, the schedule changes quite often, but what I'm gonna ask to help speed it up is, once you win your award, which is well-deserved, and you deserve all the honors, go in the hall and Shula will take pictures with your whole family. Otherwise, we're just spending time taking pictures and people are videoing me about the pictures. It's gonna be a whole long thing, right? So yeah, I want you to win your award, well-deserved, but I highlight that. I also want to congratulate SBH for picking this night when the Knicks aren't playing. That was scheduled months in advance. I mean, you might be watching hockey, but you're not watching the Knicks, okay? I'd like to call up Rita Shabbat, one of my favorite people, the director of the Career Division, to present the Career Division Award.
Now, I'm bringing up our team, Marc, the chair of the division and board of SBH, and Sherry Solomon, who runs our career coach program, and I'm Rita.
Right, so tonight we're actually honoring one of our career coaches. She joined the program in 2020, and beyond coaching her clients, she really makes them feel like family, like a true friend, and she dedicates her time in assisting our clients through their job search process. She's always taking her tasks one step further and offering heartfelt advice in each situation. She continues to mentor her clients long after their initial introduction, and she's really what a true career coach it means to us. At this time, we'd like to call up Leah Dweck.
Thank you for everything. I'm going to read. I have to put on my glasses. I'm going to read the plaque. Thank you. We'd like to present this to Leah Dweck with admiration and gratitude for your exemplary service on behalf of SBH and the community. You have played an instrumental role in the lives of countless job seekers, helping enhance their prospects by providing invaluable support and unparalleled personal care. Your guidance and efforts have made a profound impact on our community. May you always see success in all that you endeavor. Thank you. We'll take a picture with your son and we'll show it to you.
God, I just work for you guys. Just whatever you want me to do, you know. I also did not go to a community school. I went to Hillel Yeshiva. Yes, thank you. So you're lucky I speak clear English. Hebrew wasn't even on the agenda. But understanding how far it is from here, I think we should skip to the New Jersey Awards because they have like hours to drive home. So I'd like to call up Sigalit Grego, the Operation Manager of New Jersey Branch, to present the Food Division Award.
Tonight, it is my great honor to formally recognize someone who is so dear to me, a person whose boundless care, love, compassion, and humility have touched countless lives. Lucy Epstein.
I will kill you.
We honor her extraordinary service and unwavering commitment to SBH and to Sarah Sutton, Leah, Shalom from Kairey. Whether leading pantry volunteers or inspiring kindness in our children's classrooms, Lucy's passion for helping those in need is nothing short of inspiring. I'm gonna cry, don't cry. Her tireless dedication to the SBH food pantry and the broader community is both admirable and deeply impactful. Lucy has forged meaningful partnerships with our community schools, instilling the values of compassion and giving in the next generation. She has also created and nurtured a community group chat that motivates others and expands support for the pantry, turning simple messages into powerful acts of giving. From preparing meals for families and donating weekly essentials to coordinating tzedakah contributions, Lucy's efforts bring warmth, nourishment, and hope to so many. Most importantly, she approaches every act of kindness with deep respect for the dignity of those we serve, ensuring every act of kindness empowers as well as supports. Lucy, your dedication, leadership, and vision have strengthened our ways beyond measure. On behalf of all of us, thank you for your incredible contributions and for the care you bring to every initiative. Your work leaves a lasting impact, and we are truly honored to celebrate you tonight. Please join me in welcoming Lucy to the stage.
One, two.
Wait.
We'll take more outside.
Congratulations, Lucy. I heard such beautiful stories personally. And now I'd like to call up Victoria Sutton, Director of Senior Division, and Lori Shafir, Senior Division Coordinator of New Jersey, to present the New Jersey Senior Division Award.
Hi, everybody. Marshall, I thought I was your favorite person. I'm a little offended, but I'll continue anyway.
Testing? Yes, you are my favorite.
Thank you. It is with deep gratitude and great pride that we present this year's Senior Division Award to Norma Blanco. Guys, I can't tell you how many times she's like, I'm so excited to come for somebody else. For the past 5 years, Norma has been a steady, joyful presence at our Senior Division Young at Heart program. She's the backbone of our program, and we are lost without her. Every Tuesday, without exception, she rearranges her work schedule to be with us and our seniors. She does so with a radiant smile that uplifts everyone in the room. Norma manages the lunches, assists with art and cooking projects, sings, dances, and plays games. Whatever the activity, Norma is right there, front and center, making sure every senior feels supported and celebrated. Norma gives of herself fully, selflessly, and consistently, and we're so honored to present this award to her. Thank you. Should I read it or not? Should I read it or
I'm gonna kill you.
Congratulations, congratulations. Going forward, everybody has to cry and shout, "I'm gonna kill you!" If you don't do that, it's not a successful award, you know? I'd like to welcome back up our president, David Beta.
Congratulations, everyone. Tonight, I have the honor of presenting the Kairey Hesed Shel Emet Award, an award given to a person who gives selflessly, who has boundless compassion, and who lives to serve others with humility and heart. I can think of no more deserving person to receive this award than Mrs. Malkie. Rabbi Michael Haber and Molly were there from the very beginning. They helped establish our New Jersey branch and laid the groundwork for everything that would follow. They did not just see the needs of our community, they lived them, breathed them, and responded with open hearts. They were always the first to say, "How can we help?" and the first to roll up their sleeves and do something about it. Our very first SBH office in New Jersey at 82 Norwood Avenue opened under their guidance. But the truth is, SBH New Jersey was already operating long before that, unofficially out of their home on Wedding Court. Many of you will remember the garage the rabbi was referencing. It was legendary, overflowing with bags of clothes for families in need, but never in chaos. It was neat, clean, and organized. So that's what I heard. So that anyone who could come pick up something.
You ever heard about the raccoon? Raccoon came into our house, went upstairs during the night, broke some shades, broke some, I think, picture frames, went back out, went back into the garage. We found him, we of course trapped him, but that's what happened in our garage.
That was all Malkie's way, making sure people felt respected, valued, and cared for. There was even a dedicated freezer in the garage filled with meals for delivery for seniors and families going through challenging times. Their home was not just a home, it was a center of Hesed, a place where warmth, generosity, compassion would come to life. But more than that, the Haber home was a place of refuge. You could go there for advice, support, or simply to be heard. Whether you spoke to the rabbi or Molly, you knew the other was right there with you. A true partnership in every sense of the word. And if you just look around at the beautiful family they built, a family of rabbis and rebbitzins, and leaders that are shaping our community in so many meaningful and inspiring ways, it stands a true testament to who they are and Rabbi Haber's quiet, powerful, and loving way of leading. And while both the Rabbi Alav Shalom and Molly have given endlessly to our community, want to take a moment to highlight Molly's extraordinary work in one of SBH's most sensitive and sacred areas, our fertility division. Molly's dedication to our clients is simply unmatched. She's available 24/7, working non-stop to bring comfort and hope. Whether through home visits, phone calls to professionals, advocating, encouraging, guiding, consoling, or simply praying, Molly does it all. She leaves no stone unturned in her pursuit of healing and family growth. She is there in the darkest days, holding hands through heartbreak. And she is there in the most joyful moments as well, celebrating miraculous births and being the honorary grandmother dancing with the families. She lives every part of the journey. It is because of Molly's tireless passion and determination that our fertility division has grown and advanced at such a remarkable place, empowering us to dream bigger and serve more families than ever before. And still, her spirit is everywhere, her famous challah. That's part of our legacy too. Over 30 years ago, Molly was one of the first women in our community to bake and sell challah. She would stay up all night, Thursday night, baking dozens of loaves. And by Friday morning, she was still smiling, calling it her favorite time of the week. It gave her a quiet moment to reflect, to connect with her children while they were studying in Israel, and to reset and prepare for Shabbat. On a personal note, wherever my dad was, New York, Brooklyn, Duke, Lenox Hill, somehow Molly's colleagues ended up in our rooms Friday afternoon. I don't know how, but he loved them, and thank you for that. It was really very meaningful to us and our family. Rabbi Michael Avashalom and Molly did not just help build SBH in New Jersey. They helped shape its heart and soul. Their legacy lives in every volunteer who delivers a meal, every couple that's blessed with a child, and every family who receives support with dignity. And every person who knows they are not alone because SBH is here. On behalf of all of us, we thank you. Your impact is immeasurable, and your example continues to guide and inspire us every single day. Thank you. He's going to read the award. The Mickey Kairey Alav Shalom Hesed Shel Emet Award presented to Mrs. Molly Haber. With profound gratitude for your boundless compassion for the community at large, it would be a near impossible task to find someone who has given more of their time and love to our community than you have throughout your life and on an everyday basis. Your days are filled with guiding, teaching, and caring for countless individuals in need, as if they are your family, never expecting anything in return. Your unmatched energy, vision, and tireless efforts has built SBH Fertility into what it is today and will surely impact many babies, couples, and generations to come. May Hashem bless you and your incredible family with many more years of health, happiness, and Hesed. Amen.
Just know there's going to be a lot of people in trouble. You see, I'm prepared for this. I'm wearing sneakers. I'm wearing this. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. He said not to.
Not you, anyone but you. Wherever you want the photo, I'll take the photo.
It's not everybody anyway.
Let's move it along, let's go.
Let's get somebody on the side as well.
Molly, you blowing me?
Yeah. Okay, 3, 1, 2. Good, one more. Okay.
I think I'm putting his
I'd like to call up Fertility Division's Rachel Hazen, Mrs. Molly Haber, Gladys Hazen, and Michelle Sasson to present our Fertility Division Award.
Tonight we are honoring an individual who has had an immeasurable impact on our community and will continue to impact the lives of everyone sitting in this room and many generations to come. Thanks to Dr. Victor Grazzi, we were connected to a superstar in Hesed, Mrs. Malkie Klaristenfeld, founder and director of Napayim, a worldwide leading organization in pregnancy loss. It is no secret that Malkie has had many pregnancy losses of her own. She has turned that immense pain and has since created a network of support that spans the globe: Australia, Belgium, Canada, and Israel, to name a few. SBH Fertility is lucky enough to be counted amongst her trained teams, prepared to handle pregnancy loss at any stage from 4 weeks to 40 weeks. Malkie is a leader who trains leaders. She has taught us how to guide volunteers and couples with the utmost respect and compassion. Her work can only be described as holy and truly L'Shem Shamayim. It is truly a privilege to call her a sister to us. Malkie. With heartfelt gratitude for your unwavering dedication to SBH Fertility and the Jewish world at large. Your commitment to the holy endeavor of supporting couples through pregnancy loss has been groundbreaking, awe-inspiring, and has left an indelible mark on our team, our community, and its future. We are grateful to be able to learn from a true pioneer of Hesed. May Hashem's blessings to you and yours be as boundless as our appreciation.
Let's get over there.
I just want to say something because I love to speak. But I think this is Hashem at work. Watch how Klal Yisrael gets together from Arba Campos Aretz and what great work we could do. I remember Molly, where are you? The first time that she came into my house, remember? She walked into my house, my husband's sitting and learning, and she looks at my walls, my beautiful moldings, they were none, white walls, my window shades that I bought in the hardware store because my husband's sitting and learning, and she says, Malkie, you need to come to SBH. We're going to do another training. I know you did it a long time ago, but she says, this is MS. Molly, your MS, our work is MS. And I think that what could be greater that's going to be Mashiach, if not that we could do such beautiful work. We really are sisters. That's the gift that you gave me, Rachel and Gladys and Michelle and the entire team, of where sisters do such valuable work. Think for a moment, right? We're two entirely different communities. Who would imagine how many people and how many souls are helped because we do this together? That was something that you gave me, and the partnership that we have together, I will forever cherish. So thank you.
Malkie, you want your award or I can keep it?
This award is worth $1 million.
This award is bringing the future of the children into this community, so thank you again to Malkie. It's also somebody that goes by a singular name. When you say Malkie, we know it's Malkie. It's like Madonna, like Marshall, you know? But when you say Mrs. Haber, you gotta say both names. It's Molly Haber. You don't just say Molly. She's one of those rare two-name people, you know? If I say Molly, then I don't know. But Molly Haber, it's always and I grew up eating the challis. I want to give you the good news. We're on the back side of the paper, okay? So we're rounding out. If you're worried when you're going, you're gonna get an award. Someone you know, someone tricked you. Someone sitting here right now thinks they're here for someone else. They're probably gonna get an award, okay? I'd like to call up I don't like the way they wrote this, former SBH board member. In my mind, he'll be an SBH board member forever, Mr. Chucky Mamie.
Thank you. Hi guys, it's nice to be back. Congratulations to all the honorees. So tonight, I have the privilege of recognizing something truly rare. It's not often that a young man in the prime of his business career approaches SBH not for help, but with a heartfelt dream to follow in his grandfather's footsteps and raise money for our cause. He didn't just bring us passion, he brought us action. He hit the ground running, forging connections with the new generation of donors and introducing fresh, forward-thinking ideas like accepting cryptocurrency. His energy, dedication, and innovation have made a real impact. It is my great honor to present this award to Marc Sitt. Said the right words. I'm going to kill you.
Thank you. No, outside.
Okay, who's next? Marshall.
I'd like to call up.
Thank you for dressing up for the
I'd like to call up Rena Asher, SBH board member and chair of clothing division and co-chair of MHR to present the clothing division award.
Not as funny as Marc. I want to, first of all, the Sitt family, I just want to let you know that I'm also very involved in what we call Make-A-Wish, and it was started by your mother, Gloria Sitt, Alama Shalom. She used to collect money from all the ladies playing bridge, and we give, I don't know how many wishes a year, but it's all, it continued on and on. Really, thank you. It's incredible. Okay. I'm here as a clothing chair, and I want to present this award to a woman who I didn't write anything, but I just want to say that for, I don't know, maybe the last 6-8 years, I'm not even sure, she calls me every holiday and says, Rena, I want to give suits to kids. You have any kids that need suits? Or it's Hanukkah and I want to give you sweatshirts with, embroidery and all the things that our kids wear and our clients don't get. Michelle Cohen from the Tank. In this community, the chance to be normal and just like everyone else and dress like everyone else. And I really never have to ask. And we do ask. We have, we ask her anytime we need a volunteer t-shirt. She's the first person we call, and we're like, okay, no, there's no paying. Nothing. She's just always giving with her heart, and she's the most busy person. And the busiest times of year, it doesn't matter. She just is always so giving, and she's an incredible person. So, Michelle. The award reads, Michelle Cohen, with profound gratitude for your invaluable impact on SBH, our clients, and our community. Your generosity is boundless, genuine, and full of heart. Countless families have been on the receiving end of your donations, giving them a renewed sense of pride during difficult times. May you and yours always be clothed in Hashem's perfect grace. Thank you. Come on, Sue, family picture. Yeah, take a picture. Yeah. That's nice. Yeah.
I feel like she knew. She had heels on, and Malkie had sneakers, you know? So if that's the shoes of the giveaway, I'm looking now to go forward who's wearing what. I would like to call up my boss, Nathan, the CEO of SBH, to present the Doug Balin Distinguished Staff Award, which is a beautiful title to an award, so please, Nathan.
So every year when I present this award, I always speak about the name of the award, which is Doug Balin, my predecessor. And I always try to look for someone to receive the award who embodies the qualities that Doug embodied. I think if anyone speaks to you about Doug and what he brought to SBH, you'll hear 100 different things. But the one thing that stands out for me is, I would say, his wisdom. Everyone constantly for 30 plus years came to Doug, and in his calm way was always there to provide advice and just constant support and wisdom that really helped SBH in the community. And the awardee today who's receiving it also embodies this. But it also reminds me of someone from the Torah, Shlomo HaMelech. And we know it says in the Gemara in Yuma and Pei Gimel that when Hashem gives a name to a child, because it's really, as the Ari says, he puts the Ruach HaKodesh into the parent's name to choose a name where the name embodies what that person's going to be. And if you look at Shlomo HaMelech and what Shlomo stood for, the name Shlomo means peace. It means shalom. It means something that, you know, really brings a certain wisdom to the world. Shlomo HaMelech was known for his wisdom. There was a dream that he had, and Hashem asked him, "What do you want?" And that's exactly what he asked from Hashem. He asked him, "Give me the understanding to judge for your people. Let me help discern between bad and good." And Hashem told him, he said, "I'm going to make you wise and understanding of the heart, greater than anyone before you and greater than anyone after you." We also have a Shlomo. We have Shlomo Lieberman. Our Shlomo, like Shlomo HaMelech, is no different. He brings the same calmness, the same wisdom to SBH. When Joseph D. Beda was looking for the first intern, to bring into SBH, he called Yeshiva University and he said, "Give me your best." That was about 35 years ago, and Yeshiva University sent Shlomo Lieberman to SBH as an intern. He was the best 35 years ago. He's still the best today. The wisdom that he guides us with as the director of the Mental Health Counseling Center and the entire division has really helped us raise our game. He provides that support and guidance to all of our therapists. With his help, we've been able to grow now to serve 100 sessions a day in our counseling center. But it's not just the quantity, it's the quality of work that we do now. We have close to 50 therapists that are handling some of the most difficult cases in the community. When he came, we were seeing close to 15,000 sessions, with the majority of our therapists being recent graduates. We are now close to 24,000 sessions, with the majority of our therapists being seasoned therapists who rely on his wisdom and guidance to offer amazing support to the community. He helped us establish a fertility cohort in the counseling center, training the next generation of therapists to support that division. He helped us establish Courage to Heal. Courage to Heal is a very important mission, a mission that we could not do without his help and his guidance. When we launched it a few years ago, people asked us, "Is it needed?" I can tell you we have served close to 100 cases already since its inception 2 years ago, and trained over 3,500 community members to ensure that they receive the support and safety that is needed. He guides us through constant crisis in the community. He never says no. If there's a crisis that happens, he comes from New Jersey. It doesn't matter the time of day, the time of night. It doesn't matter if the family needs support, if the staff needs support, the first responders need support. He's constantly there to be there for them. He's created marriage cohorts in the counseling center, helped train Kala teachers, And, Shlomo HaMelech, it says in Malachim, had 700 wives. Not our Shlomo. Shlomo only has one wife. But like Shlomo HaMelech, I have to assume Shlomo HaMelech became a specialist, a marriage therapist with having married 700 women. Shlomo's accomplished that. Our Shlomo, being married to one special Eshet Chayil who's here today. Just want to recognize Mrs. Lieberman. Thank you for joining us tonight. Shlomo, what a lot of people don't know, has actually left us 3 times, and he's still coming back. Shlomo, my bracha to you is that you don't leave us again, and you stay with us for years to come to provide the amazing wisdom that you've been providing up until now. I'd like to call upon Doug Balin and Dr. David Sitt to help present the award to Shlomo Lieberman, please.
The award reads, the Doug Balin Distinguished Staff Award presented to Shlomo Lieberman. He has a lot of letters after his name, so I'll just leave it at that. With profound gratitude for your exemplary commitment to our organization and our community, it has been our greatest privilege to gain from your unparalleled wisdom, creative mission, and passion for helping others. You work tirelessly, humbly, and compassionately to guide, inspire, and champion clients and colleagues alike. We thank you on behalf of the countless community members who have benefited from your leadership and efforts. May you continue to be a guiding light, and may you and yours be eternally blessed for all that you do.
Thank you.
Just 1 minute, I got to do a little bit of a rebuttal here. Just first of all, to my wife, who, when Fortune for Harm relentlessly called me to come back, turned to me and said, I do not need you at home. Thank you and I love you. As well as to get an award with Doug Balin's name on it. Somebody I consider a mentor, who I may have taught him about social work. He taught me how to be a professional. Thank you, Doug.
Sorry, I expected a much longer rebuttal. I just got called backstage. This is like the Met Gala, guys. This is exactly the same. Just flowing as smoothly too. I want to call up Dina Crane. She's been up here before, but I want you to help me in welcoming her as the Director of Community Outreach and Engagement. And alongside her will be Michelle Can, the Young Adult Coordinator. They'll be presenting the Young Adult Award. Dina and Michelle, there you go.
Hi guys, I'm Shel. I don't speak, and this is very hard, but for Stephen Sitt, it's very worth it. So we have this program in Young Adults, which is very confidential, so it doesn't get a lot of press, but basically our volunteers are paired up with the child of a client. It's called the mentorship program, and it's a humongous commitment. It's every other Sunday from the beginning of the year until the end of the year. And you have to be committed because the child's counting on you. And it's very hard to get people for this program, and we put it on Instagram, and everything all of a sudden Stephen Sitt, we're really working on it. Like, we had to delay it, we couldn't get enough volunteers. Stephen Sitt goes, Michelle, why did you not call me? I need to be in this. And he was in it the year before, the last year. So I thought he was burnt out, but he came back this year and he's stronger than ever. Something about Stephen is that he's very dedicated, as you could tell. Every single trip I put in the chat, he answers first right away. I'm in. Sometimes when he stays in Deal for the weekends, he comes in special on a Sunday morning just to see the kids. If he has an engagement the night before in Deal, he'll wake up early, he'll come, he'll do. And when he's with them, he really gives it his all. It's always, yes, Mishaan, no problem. And even if he could spend time with the kids even outside of the program, he really does it with the group, and they get so excited to see him. So, Stephen Sitt, you really deserve this. You're an outstanding volunteer, and you're going to be doing Hesed for the rest of your life. And come on up. Now, what does it say? Stephen Sitt, with earnest appreciation for your dedication to the mentorship program, you prioritize those in need and give of yourself consistently, compassionately, and with your whole heart. The impact you have on the children of our community is immeasurable and inspiring. May their smiles bring you and yours to the zechut of Hashem's endless love.
You can't take it by yourself. You have to have people with you. Yeah, bring your family. Congratulations to Stephen Sitt. I'll stall while they're taking a photo. I also was a big brother when I was like 16 at SBH, so you can look forward to becoming the MC of the awards one day. Yeah, it's a path that they put you on. I want to call up the volunteer head of the Feed It Forward program, Lucy Sutton, to present the Food Division Award. We'll hold the award. You do the talking. You need this because you have the phone too.
Sasson won't come up because she claims she can't see without her glasses. So, okay.
At a certain age, it happens.
When you heard about the Feed It Forward program, you reached out immediately. Whatever SBH needs, I'm here, you said. And then you winded up doing the one thing no one in Brooklyn wants to do. Drive around in your car, picking up door to door. Every Tuesday morning, you followed your route from Avenue J all the way to Manhattan Beach, collecting dozens of meals donated by various women. Your enthusiasm for Hesed inspired over 50 women to join and take part in this amazing program each week. Your resourcefulness, leadership, and timeless dedication made it possible for families to enjoy these delicious meals. Betty Aini, your unwavering commitment to the Feed It Forward program has brought in over 2,000 meals to the food pantry this year, and she single-handedly delivered all of them by herself each week. May your cup overflow with abundant blessings. Betty, come up. Ezra.
I don't give a no. No, smile. I'm sure it's I'm Zuri, come here. Take a picture with Ezra.
Thank you.
I'd like to call up Rachel Hazen, SBH board member and chair of marketing and fertility, to present the marketing award.
My friend Renee, she was coming to help me. Back. I'm very, very privileged tonight to be giving this award to the man behind the curtain, probably one of the most famous people in this community, even though many of you sitting in this room do not know his name. He's somebody who is so extremely dedicated to the community. He is someone who is Rodef Hesed. Every single time we ask something of him, it's an immediate yes. There's probably no way to figure out how much he has impacted this community and this organization simply by saying that yes. so quickly and so immediately. He's up of all hours of the night raising money for people in need and really embodies the values that this community holds dear. He loves this community and loves SBH, and I'm very excited to announce that the next award is going to Joey Esses. Also known as SY Alert, the man behind the curtain.
Joey, the award reads, with sincere gratitude for your steadfast commitment to SBH and its endeavors, whether in the effort of raising awareness for our cause, services, or events, each request to you is met with an immediate and enthusiastic yes. You never hesitate to use your platform for spreading Hesed, a true testament to your genuine desire to make positive change. The impact is unquantifiable, did I say that right? As is your passion for giving. May you and yours be forever blessed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Esses family, come to our special wall that we've invented for the photo. Photo op can be taken here, all Esses's. Yep, there's a bunch. Okay, we got 2 left, so we're wrapping up tonight. Thank you for your patience. We're almost there. I'd like to call up Ralph Towell, the Chief Development Officer, to present the Development Award. While all the volunteers tonight are amazing, we can't do it without money.
Okay, so picture the scene. It's Thursday night, and all the fundraisers are kind of huddled around at a table. It's crunch time. The auction's coming up in 2 days. Let's just raise as much as we can. And basically what we do is take lists of people that have given in the past and see if we can get them to at least do the same or maybe more than they did last year. So I'm going over the list and everyone's calling and texting, and I look at the list and I'm like, whoa, nobody called that guy. I don't want to call him. So I give the name to David Beta. David looks at him like, I don't want to call him. Where's Eddie Rishti? We give it to Eddie Rishti. I was like, are you crazy? You know what's going on with tariffs and Trump and this? We can't call this guy. But our next recipient, Elliot Simhon, he says, what? Give me the phone. Hi? What? Hangs up the phone. Just got $50,000. Elliot, with admiration and gratitude for your tenacity, kindness, and unstoppable drive in support of SBH's auction, you make every call, send every text, and show up at any shul, never backing down, always stepping up. Your energy lifts our team and fuels our mission. Because of your dedication, families in crisis find stability, children in need find support, and individuals facing illness, hardship, or isolation find hope. Thank you for being a pillar of strength, passion, and action in the SBH family.
Should I say my speech now about Eddie?
Elliot, did you win this year? Were you on the winning team? It was my first time I wasn't on the winning team in 4 years, so thank you for ruining my streak. Congratulations to Elliot and his family. We're at the last award. Thank you for those that stayed. I don't want to point you out. Some of you got your award already and still stayed. That's the true volunteer of the night. Okay, so kudos to you for staying. There's one more award and then I'll wrap it up and you could all mingle. And there was like 8 jellyfish in the hallway. So share them with your friends. I want to call up the director of the medical division, Eitan Walls, to present the medical division award.
Tonight I have the honor to stand here representing the medical division and to, as we honor one of our own, Amy Sasson. Why don't you come up and stand here? Yeah, it's not fair. I've been lying to her for like a month. Actually a week. Amy's heart and commitment have quietly transformed lives across our community. Raised in a family so large it could probably fill a hospital, and likely staff it too. I don't know if you know, but we get a lot of our referrals going to Amy's cousins, brothers-in-law, and family members. Amy is surrounded by medicine. Her devotion, dedication, and smile are her hallmarks. Whether it's working with Rabbi Goldwasser to connect people to the right doctor, getting someone into an impossible to get appointment, or just showing up with a smile on her face, Amy is the person. Amy, on a personal level, when I came here, we had known each other for so long, and it was so nice to have somebody who welcomed me with enthusiasm and excitement for what could be. Thank you, Amy, for your dedication, love, and support of SBH and all the clients in the whole community. Tonight, we're proud to recognize your extraordinary service. Thank you. Can we get that whole section to come over?
Yeah, all of you come at the same time. Or go there, go in the hallway.
Yeah.
Before you all leave your seats and run away, I just want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for clothing children, for having children, for feeding the children, for being part of SBH. I want to thank the people that made tonight possible. That's Lisa Elo, Elisa Menecha, Dina Waba, and Raquel Blanco. Thank you, everyone. Have a great night.